Morning.
Morning. How are you?
I'm good. You?
Good.
Just a bit sore.
This morning,
What's
I
that?
was just doing a little rolling.
Oh, yeah. I did that last night.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning.
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 How is everybody?
I'm tired, man.
Well, I think I'm a little stiff from yesterday.
Same.
That's okay. That's okay. It's all
Morning,
good.
ladies.
Like sticky,
Hey,
at it.
Gloria.
Just sticky.
You
Isn't it
brought
right
it
outside,
outside,
Jen?
Janice.
Yeah, I'm outside. My house is cold.
Oh,
We like it cold for sleeping, so I'm like, I'll go
Yeah.
outside. But we'll wait. We'll maybe wait a couple more minutes because Paul usually joins in.
Mhm.
Although maybe he's gone to the 6 a.m. Newmarket class. I don't know. I should have checked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
there he is.
Oh, there he is.
Talking about ya. Anything we want to focus on today other than Steph's hips and quads,
lower back.
lower back? All right. We can do that.
All that sounds good to me.
That sounds good to you. So this will be our last Tuesday, I think, unless we can swing something different. I'll talk to Abush, see what he thinks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back in the swing of things.
Yeah.
So Newmarket opened yesterday.
It did. We are a rehab and weight loss facility. So just in case you're wondering, we're not doing CrossFit classes. We're doing rehab and weight loss classes.
Oh, okay.
Technically. Yeah. I guess it's all the gray areas of what's allowed and what's not.
Mhm.
The bylaw officer said at the end of the day, because we can do the contact tracing, like we know exactly who comes in, who comes out, between who comes to see me and otherwise, the classes and stuff, that it's all good. But if you go by the specific government recommendations, gyms aren't in this phase, right? But rehab and weight loss facilities are.
Oh.
It's stupid,
But
eh?
I liked the outdoor class yesterday too. So
I did too. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I take it they got to do wall balls.
Oh, yes. In Newmarket?
Yeah,
yeah.
they got the option. So yeah,
Oh.
everything's evolving. So we'll just go with that.
Yeah, we'll see how tomorrow goes for Aurora.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, Ryan has a meeting today, I think, for Aurora to see if we can do the same. So, and
Okay.
then let's get going. So let's lay on your mat, be nice and comfortable. Mute your screen if you haven't already. And we will start in our Shavasana.
Why is it I can't hear anything?
I don't know. I can hear you.
I'm gonna have to log off.
Is your audio on? So as you're relaxed here, And let's just connect to your breath. Allow your body to soften on your mat. Connect to a fuller, more complete inhale, expanding through the belly, the rib cage, the breath all the way up to the throat. And almost work to find the full exhale as well. Really consciously, with some effort, that exhale. Begin to soften your brow, your jaw, the back of your neck. Let your shoulders fall back towards your mat. Soften the spine, the pelvis, the hips. And let the legs be heavy. Within a short minute or two, we can take our nervous system from a state of restlessness and kind of a more wound up state to a more relaxed rest and digest state. All we have to do is tap into the awareness of your breath. So deepening your inhale once more and fully lengthening, completing your exhale. On your next inhale, just wiggle fingers, wiggle toes, bring a little movement to the body. Wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. Turn your head gently side to side. And then on your next inhale, take your arms overhead. Intertwine your fingers with your palms away from you. Flex your feet, reach the spine long. And then just kind of notice what that notice, or notice what you notice rather. And then on your next inhale, let's hug knees to chest. Rock and roll along the spine. And again, just notice what you notice there. You can give your knees a squeeze in closer. You can let them come further apart. Notice if it feels better to have your tailbone off the mat or draw your tailbone back down to the mat. Just again, noticing. On your next inhale, give them a really big squeeze. And then straighten the right leg long and draw that left knee into chest. Now, as best you can, take your lower back to the mat. Make sure you're connecting your lower back to the mat. Flex both feet. Lengthen and connect your right leg to the mat as you draw your left leg in. Breathing into your lower back, breathing into your hips. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. And then take the outside of your left knee with your right hand and draw that knee across body into our first twist. We want to lengthen through the spine so we can get a nice release of tension through the back, as well as soften through that outside of the left hip. Think about drawing your front ribs into the body
and breathing where you find the resistance of the pose. Left arm can come to T, palm to the sky. Let that left shoulder fall back to the mat. Let's bend both hips and knees to 90 degrees. Lay on your right side, just adjust your body a little bit. So hips and knees 90 degrees. Knees are stacked, thighs are stacked. And then just roll that upper body back to the mat, just changing the twist a little bit. So adjust your upper body so chest faces towards the sky, arms to a T, and keep reaching that top knee away. So reaching that top left knee away from you will give more kind of pull to the back of the left thumb. And again, same idea, lengthen the spine, let the shoulders relax. Actively keep connected in the lower body. And softening through the spine. You almost want to feel like the spine rounds a little bit, even though it won't really. Let's inhale, bring the legs back up through center. Place your feet on the mat, knees bent. Feet as wide as your yoga mat. And let's just windshield both of the knees from side to side. Just notice what you notice there. Work towards turning in at the upper thigh. So I'm rotating the hip in and then rotating the hip out. So not too much going on in the lower back. Remember that lower back is to support us as opposed to move us. The hips and the shoulders, the middle back moves us. Next time back up through center, hug knees to the chest, give them a really good squeeze. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, straighten that left leg long. Hug that right knee into chest. Flex both feet. As you inhale, lengthen the left leg, and as you exhale, soften the right knee to chest. Take the outside of the right knee with your left hand. Draw that knee cross body twist. Take your time to take your right hand to T. Adjust as you need. Again, start to lengthen through the spine. I can feel that tension in the lower back, so I'm going to send my breath there. The other place I feel tension is the groin on the right. I'm going to soften there as well. Roll the right shoulder back to the mat. Let the front ribs relax into the body. Deep, full, expansive inhales, long, full, complete exhales. Bending both hips and knees up to 90 degrees, lying on your left side now. Knees and thighs are stacked, upper body straight. Once I get stacked here and aligned, I'm just going to roll that right shoulder back to the mat in a different twist variation. I'm going to reach that top knee to keep it stacked on the bottom knee, and at the same time roll the right shoulder back to the mat. Breathing into the lower back, the hips, softening through the shoulders. inhale. One more exhale. Roll back towards the mat. Adjust your hips on the mat. Feet nice and wide. Knees bent and reach the wide of the knees from side to side. Just gently moving from left to right. Noticing what you notice there. Let's hug those knees in the chest again. Give them a nice squeeze. A little rock and roll. And then plant those knees. Plant the feet back on the mat. Knees bent. This time, feet hip width apart. Let's cross that right ankle over the left knee. Find that figure four position. Try and ensure the pelvis is still lined up. So it feels like I want to roll to the right. I'm going to work to anchor that left side down to the mat. Flex that right foot and reach that right knee away. Find a gentle bit of opening on that right hip. Either staying here or reaching behind that left thigh and drawing the thigh towards you. So keeping both feet flexed, keeping the pelvis symmetrical on the mat. Actively but gently reaching the right knee away. And just noticing what you notice there. Breathing where you feel the resistance and just finding the edge. So not so much that you can't breathe or can't stay in it. And think of breathing into those hips, letting your sits bones go wide, letting your tailbone relax back to the mat. Spine is long and connected. Staying here, let's just straighten the left knee, heel to the ceiling, and relax it back down. So just find another layer of length to the left hamstring. Gently bending and straightening that left knee. Let's gently place the feet back down on the mat and just come into that down angle pose. Notice what you notice left to right. So soles of the feet are together, knees nice and wide. And just wiggle a little bit in this pose. So oscillate the knees from side to side. Just rocking through the pelvis. Think about softening through the lower back. Gently bring the knees back up. Reset your feet, reset your alignment. Let's inhale, cross that left leg over the end of the right thigh. Flex your left foot. Find symmetry, the pelvis connection through the lower back. And reach that back knee away. Breathing into that, either staying there or reaching down, weaving your hands behind that right thigh and drawing that right thigh towards you. And flex both feet and breathing where you feel the resistance here. So a lot of tension for me in the upper left hip, groin. Work towards softening through that area using the breath. Do so. I always imagine when I'm unwinding tension, letting go of tension, as opposed to stretching into tension. and length. Right hamstring, foot is flexed. Heel reaches towards the side, so bending and straightening right. And then just unwinding, placing both feet down to the mat. Keep the knees are hugging towards the chest, this time knees nice and wide. And just gently rock from side to side and kind of notice what you notice. We're going to gently rock up and come into our tabletop position. So find your tabletop on the mat. Find your wrists under your shoulders, your fingers spread wide, rooting down into your index finger and your thumb. You can tuck your toes or untuck your toes, whatever feels good. And let's draw the shoulders away from the ear, arch the spine into your cow pose. Really lift the root of the tailbone. And then exhale, really tuck, draw up on your lower deep abdominals, tuck your tailbone, reach between your shoulder blades. Find the sticky spots, maybe even moving a little side to side. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. And reversing the curve, press into your hands, broaden your shoulder blades, reach between them, tuck the tailbone, but draw that deep lower abdominals up and in to be able to tuck it. Try not to tuck it from the tailbone itself. One more time, inhaling, arching, and exhaling, rounding. Good, relax there in neutral. And let's place the right hand towards the middle of your mat. Shoulder down, we'll inhale and reach that left hand up towards the sky. Find a bit of rotation in your middle upper back. So I'm rooting down into the right hand, trying to keep the hips facing the mat and rolling that left shoulder back. Take a nice deep breath in there. And then soften, exhale down. Let's regroup, do that other side. So left hand towards the middle of the mat. Find your symmetry before you inhale, rotate upwards. So if I press into the left and roll the right shoulder back, but at the same time, keep those hips pointing down towards the mat and get a real opening towards the middle upper back and a stretch through the abdominals. And then just soften down. Take your knees wide apart, your feet together, and just sink back into that child's pose now. Let's take a few deep breaths in that child's pose. And again, notice where you feel any tension. Work towards softening there. So sometimes it's nice to think of length through the spinal muscles. So from lower back to the tip of the head. Sometimes it's nice to feel heaviness or work towards heaviness of your tailbone down towards your heels. Sometimes it's nice to soften through the groin and let your hips relax a little further. So send your awareness and your breath where it feels good. Let's come back up into that tabletop position. Inhale to come back up. And we're going to do a similar rotation. This time we'll take the hand behind the head if it's available. So we'll bring that right hand towards the center of the mat. We'll take that left hand behind the head. It can just be by the ear if you like. And as you inhale, reach the elbow
towards the sky. Look towards the left. And again, try and pull the shoulders down, hips facing the mat, and really open up through that whole left side. This isn't easy. Press down into your right hand, really rotate away. And exhale, soften down. Regroup, try the other side. So left hand comes towards the middle of the mat, right hand comes towards the back of the head. As we inhale, we'll lift the elbow towards the sky, press into the left hand. Open up through that right chest and shoulder. Breathe fully. And exhale, soften down. Come back to your tabletop. Let's just set ourselves up to come into an upward or a downward dog. So we can tuck the toes, take an inhale, and shoot those hips to the ceiling. If downward dog doesn't feel good, you can come into a child pose. Adjust your length of your downward dog. Paddle your feet. So we want to think about rooting through those hands, the index fingers and the thumbs. We want to think of biceps towards your ears, reaching the chest towards the thighs, and really finding that length. And shift your hips from side to side. Just exploring that. Good, we're going to lift that right leg towards the ceiling, three-legged dog, and sweep it through towards your right hand, long lunge. Lovely. We'll place that back knee down, untuck the back toes, and let's just gently kind of relax down into the hips here. So I'm not worried about my upper body. I'm resting my body on my knee. I am trying to get these hips kind of symmetrical. My right hip wants to really shimmy out to the side. And then I just want you to play a little bit in there. So you can twist a little, you can tuck your tailbone, you can arch your spine, lift your chest. Just play with a little bit of movement. So remember the back, the lower back is influenced by these hip muscles. I feel that deep in here. I feel it all in here, and I'm just breathing into that. I can twist my upper body a little bit. Good, let's tuck your back toes. Let's come back down into your down dog. Shift again here, just explore that down dog. You can always take child pose if that's a better fit. So I think of lengthening my tailbone towards the ceiling or towards the sky. Long back of the legs. Creating that triangle shape. We'll do the other side now. Lift that left leg to the sky. Sweep it through towards your left hand. Find that long lunge first. And then just gently drop the back right knee. Untuck the toes. And then again, support yourself. It doesn't have to be fully passive into that groin and those hips. But just explore kind of what that feels like. So again, I can tuck my tailbone and move back a little. I can lean into it. I can twist a little. I can send my bum back. Don't be afraid to kind of play with areas that are tense for you and just breathing into it. Not aggressive, but into some tension. And then we're going to step your right foot to meet your left. And we'll just come down into that nice squat. Good. Now in this deep squat, you want to come up on your toes. If take down, no worries. See if you can lengthen your tailbone towards the mat. So I want to get this longer rather than more round. So think heavy, heavy through your hips. This is something really nice to do most days. And then we can lay down onto our back once more. Draw those knees into chest. And just kind of explore that. Before we go into our Shavasana, let's find happy baby. So grab the outsides of your toes, the pinky sides of your feet. Knees nice and wide. Rock and roll and explore there. Just again, kind of noticing. And when you're ready, we can make our way back down into our Shavasana. Whatever shape would be comfortable for the last couple minutes of breathing. Knees can be bent, legs can be straight. If your back has some tension, knees a little wider usually feels good, or legs a little wider rather. You can always have knees bent, or even the Baddha Konasana pose. You could always go into bound angle pose, where soles of the feet are together, knees are wide. But let's just spend just 2 more minutes allowing yourself to be still, be mindful of the breath before we all move on to our busy day. As thoughts wander, just bring them back to that physical sensation of breath. That's all mindfulness is, that's all meditation is that continuous awareness of noticing thoughts and coming back to the thought of the breath. Take one more full expansive inhale. Allow yourself to fully complete a long exhale. And maybe just set an intention moving forward for your day. When you're ready in your own time, make your way onto your side, eventually up into your cross-legged seated position. And we'll seal our practice. We'll take our hands to heart center. Take a nice deep breath in. breath out. Close your eyes, bow your head. From my lip to yours now. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. That was good.
How's your back, Julie?
That's good. Thank you. I wish
Yeah.
I could take you with me to work.
That sounds like fun. What kind of work do you do? I'm sure I would learn a lot.
Oh, you're so calming.
Well, you know, I'll go in and scream at the kids in about 5 minutes. So we're
I can't even imagine you screaming.
oh my gosh, ask my kids. I joke that I use up all my niceness with the people I like to work with during the day, and they get the worst of me.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I know, right? What are we gonna do? Well, it's not all bad. But I hope you guys have an awesome day. Am I gonna see you 5:30 tomorrow?
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. I'll see you then.
What's at 5:30?
The Aurora class, Paul. Come on.
Oh, yeah. I don't know where I'm gonna be. So.
There's one more spot, I think, Paul.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Come on. It was really fun.
I still haven't seen Dr. Lee. I gotta see
Gotcha.
Dr. Lee, so
Awesome.
we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, you keep me in the loop.
Yeah.
See you guys soon, and we'll organize some more yoga.
All right.
Okay, guys.
Bye.
Have a great day.
You too.